A very happy morning to all of you students. In this video, we are going to start with a new chapter, Changes Around Us. This is chapter number 6 of your book. Now, this is a quite interesting chapter and a chapter which will lead you to think that yes, this is a change, which we usually don't think. So, have you ever thought of that the things which are around you they change with the time? Can you tell me any change which you notice around you? I'll tell you some changes which I usually notice. Like plants, they grow from seeds. Flowers, they bloom from buds. Fruits ripen, animals grow, even we grow from a child to a young one and then to an adult. Then there are some changes like your mother cut the apple, your mother cooked the food, you just sharpen your pencil. All these are changes. Now, can you categorize these changes as reversible or irreversible? Reversible changes, I want to tell you, are the changes which can be easily reversed. And irreversible changes are the changes which cannot be reversed. So, can you depict in which change a new product has been formed? Like, let us discuss these changes only. Plants, they grow from seed. This is a change. Seed to plant. Now, can you reverse it? Can you form back seed again from a plant? When you grow from a child to a young one, can you again become a child? No. So such changes cannot be reversed and these are irreversible changes. Okay, but there are some changes like crushing a paper, like bending of wire, like melting of ice. These can be easily reversed. Am I right? Yes. And now I have asked you that can you depict that in which change some new product has been formed? Like when your mother cook food, she just start from a powdered flour, but she make a chapati. So chapati is something new which is formed from a flour. Okay, so in this way we have different type of changes around us, some of which can be reversed but some cannot. And the changes which can be easily reversed, as I told you before, are known as reversible changes, and which cannot be reversed are known as irreversible changes. Changes can happen in any aspect, like change can happen in size, shape, position, color, in any of these factors. Okay, now moving forward in the chapter, if I broadly classify a change, then changes are mainly of the two types: physical change and chemical change. Physical change is a change in which only form of a substance change, like its shape changes, its size changes, only this much. Means only the physical appearance changes and no new product is formed. Okay, in this, no new product is formed, and these changes are mostly reversible. Means you can reverse the process easily. But chemical changes are the changes in which a proper chemical reaction occurs. Or you can say a new product is formed. Chemical changes are mostly irreversible. Now, let us find some examples. If I talk about a physical change, then melting of ice, like we can melt ice into water and we can then back freeze the water into ice. So it is a reversible change. Then evaporation. Water can be evaporated into water vapors, and then water vapors can be condensed back into water. Right? Then, splitting of substance, like cutting off an apple. When we cut an apple, it remains the apple, but it means no new product is formed. But can you tell me that can you make the same apple again from its slices? No, we can't. So it means that physical changes, as I have written, mostly reversible, means maximum of them are reversible, but not all. There are some changes which we can't reverse back. Like, as I given you an example, that if we cut an apple, it cannot be converted again into a complete apple. Okay, then we have some more examples like squeezing or bending. If you bend a metallic wire, its shape gets changed, but we can again make the wire straight. So it is a reversible change. Okay, then dissolving. If you dissolve salt or sugar into the water, you can again get the salt or sugar back by boiling the water till dryness. अगर आप उसको ज़्यादा देर तक बॉयल करोगे तो आपके पास वापस सॉल्ट या शुगर मिल जाएगा आपको. ओके, सो इट मीन्स इट इज़ अगेन अ रिवर्सिबल चेंज, राइट? So these all are the examples of physical changes where we have found that maximum of physical changes are reversible, but some of them are irreversible. Right? Now, next, if we take some examples of chemical changes, then like if I take a very common example like cooking of food. Okay, like your mother, she make chapati from the powdered flour. Can you make flour again from the chapati? There is some change which occurs when your mother add water in the powdered flour and she make a dough. So water, it reacts with the flour and make a very smooth dough from which the chapatis are made. Right? So some chemical reaction occurs and a new product is formed. In the same way, when batter is converted into the cake in the oven, that is also a chemical change. Because you started from some other reactant and you get some other product. Reactant is the substance from which we start and product is the substance which we get. Okay? In the same way, if I discuss one or two more examples with you, what about burning of materials, like burning of paper? Burning of paper, growth of living things or plants or organisms or we, that is also a complete chemical process. When you burn a paper, you get ash, which is completely different from the paper. So a new product is formed, which cannot be converted back into the starting reactant. Rusting of iron, a very common example. When iron is exposed to air, a reddish brown layer came on it. That is known as rust. So iron reacts with the atmospheric oxygen in the presence of water to form rust. So that is a chemical reaction. So students, in this way, we have mainly two types of changes, physical and chemical changes. Okay, physical changes are mostly reversible and chemical changes are mostly irreversible. In physical changes, no new product is formed, but in chemical changes, a proper new product is formed. Now you just find out some examples from your surrounding and tell me those. We will discuss those in our class. Okay, and then we will categorize them into physical and chemical changes. Okay, students? So, I'm curiously waiting in the class with your examples. Thank you. Have a nice day.